Homer Simpson is the funniest character in The Simpsons, right? I mean, that's what everyone says. He's iconic, he's quotable, he literally carries the show. But if you actually go back and watch the episodes, there's someone way funnier hiding in plain sight. Today, I'm gonna answer the question, who is the funniest character in Springfield?
Let's go.
Starting off with Bart Simpson. Now, don't get me wrong, Bart is the reason The Simpsons became a global phenomenon. In the early seasons, he was the front runner for the show. Bart defined what The Simpsons was in the 90s. The thing is, Bart's humor is basically just pranks. Sure, that type of comedy may have worked back in the golden age of the show, but times have changed and the show has shifted to more character driven line by line jokes and away from prank driven comedy. Unfortunately, Bart just doesn't hit that same level anymore. He made The Simpsons famous, but he's not the funniest character in it. Now we've got to talk about Cletus Spotler because this guy is pure chaos.
Hey, what's going on this side?
Cletus is one of those characters where the joke hits immediately. The second he shows up, you already know something ridiculous is about to happen. His whole character is built on exaggeration. I mean, the guy has like 20 kids. Cletus is a great character because they treat him perfectly. He doesn't have many storylines or episodes just about him. He mostly just appears for a few seconds for a joke and then he leaves. You never know what is going to come out of his mouth, and that's what makes him so funny. Although they give him the perfect amount of screen time, he still doesn't appear enough like the other characters on the list to move up higher.
Wait a minute. Are you two brother and sister?
We's all kind of things.
Now for the next two, I'm going to speed through them because they're pretty self-explanatory. Barney Gumbo is the stereotypical barfly. When he's sober, he's an okay character, but when a drop of alcohol touches his tongue, he turns into a complete idiot. And well, it works for him. Then we have Ralph Wiggum.
I'm a unitard.
Ralph, are you eating your paste?
No, Miss Hoover.
Yeah, that pretty much sums him up.
Mrs. Krabappel and Principal Skinner were in the closet making babies, and I saw one of the babies, and the baby looked at me.
Moving on to Mo Sislak. Now, Mo is a very different kind of funny compared to Bart because he is simply just, well, he's depressed. This guy is constantly on the edge of losing it, and the show leans into that hard. Whether he's getting prank called, threatening customers, or just randomly snapping over something small,
I wasn't really gonna kill ya. I was just gonna cut ya.
there's always this tension in his scenes that makes everything feel like it could go off the rails at any second. But what really makes him stand out is that his humor actually has layers. On the surface, yeah, he's just anger and aggression, but underneath that, there's this weird mix of desperation and loneliness that makes his reactions even funnier. You're not just laughing at what he says, you're laughing at how seriously he takes everything. Even when it's completely serious, the only reason he's not high on the list is consistency. Mo can be hilarious, but it's not always the focus. Sometimes his humor leans more into being dark than outright funny. Next, we have Krusty the Clown. And I know, Krusty is supposed to be the funny character. That's his entire purpose. Until you watch the show. He's a clown who hates being a clown. A children's entertainer who's a terrible person. He's lazy, greedy, completely burnt out, and barely even understands his own show. Krusty's humor comes from contradiction. He's supposed to be this happy, energetic TV personality, but behind the scenes he's miserable and the show doesn't hide that. And unlike someone like Mo, whose humor can get pretty dark, Krusty sits right in that perfect middle ground. He's cynical but still exaggerated enough to stay funny first. He does have the same problem as Bart though. The show's humor just shifted and made Krusty make less sense, especially because his character has changed so much.
Oh, can't you see I don't want to be crusty anymore? That's why I faked my death.
In the beginning, he was a double life, half clown, half depressed man, but later seasons shifted him more to just depressed man, and that's why Krusty doesn't make it further up the list. Coming up at number 2 is Homer Simpson. Let's be real, you saw this coming. After Homer took over as the lead of the show, he also took over the show's comedy aspect. He's the most iconic character, the most quotable, and probably responsible for more laugh out loud moments than anyone else on the list combined. Entire episodes are built around him, and he can carry them effortlessly. Whether he's being lazy, selfish, clueless, or weirdly confident about something he clearly doesn't understand, it just works. And what makes Homer so good is how many types of humor he covers. He's got physical comedy, dumb humor, sarcastic moments, random one-liners, sometimes all in the same scene. That range is something almost no other character in the show has. But Homer's problem is that he is expected to be funny. The show builds around him being the joke. Also, the longer the show went on, Homer got more and more dumber. He stopped being funny and just started doing out-of-pocket stuff to try to get a laugh. And that's why, even though he might be the most consistently funny character overall, he just misses out on the number one spot. Before we get to the number one, we have to talk about Comic Book Guy, because this guy is one of the most consistently underrated funny characters in the entire show.
Looks like you bought more than you bargained for.
He barely gets any screen time compared to everyone else on the list, but somehow every time he shows up, he leaves with a memorable line. He's basically a parody of obsessive fans, but the reason he's only an honorable mention is because that's kind of all he does. He doesn't have the range of someone like Homer or the unpredictability of someone like Krusty. His humor is very specific, very controlled, and while it's hilarious, it doesn't evolve much beyond that.
Alternate ending, Luke's father is Chewbacca. Oh! I'll give you $5 for the box.
Still, when it comes to pure, quick, perfectly timed one-liners, very few characters do it better than him.
Thank God there's only one of these a day.
Could it be any more orange?
And finally, number one, the funniest character in The Simpsons is Chief Wiggum. And the reason is pretty simple. He has the perfect comedy formula.
Comic book guy, you're under arrest for the possession of illegal videos, but we'll reduce the sentence if you put your pants on. Fast. God.
Wiggum is clueless. He has authority but absolutely no idea what he's doing, and he never realizes it. That combination of low intelligence, high confidence, zero awareness is what makes almost everything he says funny by default. With Wiggum, it never feels like he's trying to be funny. The joke is that he thinks he's being serious. He'll say something completely ridiculous and deliver it like it makes sense, and that's what makes him funnier than someone like Homer, where you're expecting the joke. With Wiggum, it catches you off guard. He also doesn't need to carry episodes to be funny. In fact, some of his best moments are when he just shows up for a few seconds, and that's the difference. Homer might have more jokes overall, but Wiggum's jokes hit harder because they feel unintentional, and that alone, that ends up being funnier than anyone else in Springfield, which is why, when you really break it down, Chief Wiggum isn't just funny, he's the funniest character in The Simpsons. Now I know a lot of you have your own opinions, so share them in the comments and we can start debating. But before you do that, make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated with my new videos, and it really helps me push out more of these Simpsons commentaries out to you guys. But that's all from me. I'll see you guys in the next video.